You were taking care of Ralph? He's one.
Oh, no, no, no. He was being transferred because they had him in the emergency section in the hallway, and they wanted a room for him, and everywhere was filled, and they wanted to get this guy out of the room to put him in that room. Yeah.
So was that done?
And it was done. I said, well, here you go. I said, this guy, because he's Klein, he gets to have a room and ship this person out. Put this guy in the hallway.
Did the union bring a delegation to deal with him there and then?
And so I talked to the girls and I said, we should go to UNA and find out what they're going to do about this situation. I said, how can they do this? How can this be allowed? He's a human being like everybody. I don't care what damages he did, but you can't just do that to people, you know, because of who Klein was,
UNA.
Yeah, I was with UNA at the time, yeah. So anytime I had a problem with my manager on the unit, for instance, we had a manager when I worked in the CT scanning area. After I moved from the IV therapy, I went into CT scanning. He was a technician in the in one of the departments, and he would, I think he behaved like a racist sometimes, you know, because
Why you say that?
because he would find all kinds of things, you know, like we would have people coming to, I'm trying to think of the department that he worked in. It wasn't CT scanning, nuclear medicine. He was a nuclear medicine person, and we'd have patients coming from neonatal little babies and that come down for treatment in the department, and we covered all of X-ray, CT scanning, ultrasound, angiograms, and all those spaces. So we get called over to nuclear medicine for this little premature baby in a bassinet, and that needed to have some drugs. And I said to him, he is coming from the neonatal unit with the nurse. She is looking after him. She should be the one to administer the drugs to him because we're dealing with adult patients. I says, I am not qualified to give drugs to this premature baby when there's a nurse with him. He said, well, you're an RN, aren't you? I says, you're a technician in nuclear medicine. If they called you to CT scanning to do a procedure there, would you be comfortable going to do that? Even if you are a technician in nuclear medicine, would you go there and do that? Or would you be able to do that? He says, that's besides the point. You're an RN. You should be able to do. I says, I am not doing it. I'll go and talk to my co-workers and find out more. So I went and talked to one of the girls who were there working before me and stuff, and I says, this is what he's saying to me, that I should administer medication to this premature baby. She said, no. No, 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 no. He cannot tell you to do that. So I went back to him and I said, and the answer is no. Now you can report me if you want, but I am not doing it. I'm not going to take responsibility when he has a nurse with him. Same thing with catheterization. We can only catheterize the female. You cannot catheterize babies. They have to have somebody, a special person to do that for male premature babies. We don't do that. And so I think, you know, he was the type of guy that nobody liked him in that department. He was just a guy that tried to push buttons there and do everything that he, you know. And so this one nurse said, these girls work very hard. What do you have against them? They're the most hardworking people here.
Who was she talking about?
About me and this friend of mine who, because we were both black, see? We had a Filipino and the two of us who were black. So I said, I think, you know, I said he's a racist. The way he acts and behaves and the way he treats us and wants us to do things that we're not supposed to do, he's wanting to get us into trouble, you know. So I said, so she told him off. She told him, you cannot be treating those girls like that. They work hard and they're experienced people and they know their rights. And of course, this other girl always go down to Una when there's a problem. She goes and she'll lodge her complaint there and they will call him down to the office. And
Was he also in Una?
No, he was a technician. He was one of those nuclear med technician. And they would open up our little contract book that we have, and this is what it says here. And you cannot say to the girls that they should do this when they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to do that. So don't you be telling them that.